Slowly, I sit up. That's when I see something white sitting next to the bed.
Ah! Jesus!
I jump and slide back on my ass away from it, almost falling off the other side of the bed. Staring at it a few seconds longer allows me to make out the clear shape of horns under a bed sheet. Carl is sitting next to the bed with a white sheet over his head, swaying back and forth gently.
What the fuck, Carl?
Welcome in, everyone. How's it going? Welcome back. Welcome back.
Hello.
Whoa. It's been a bit since we've done Echo. It feels like it's been a bit. What, 2 weeks? God. No, it was more than 2 weeks, wasn't it?
I think it's more than 2, but it feels like more than 2, but I think it might be 2, actually.
Robin, what do you mean Fenn's alive? Was Fenn not alive? They were streaming yesterday.
Like, what did I do?
Why would Fenn not be alive? Darsoul, Robin, welcome in. If you guys haven't noticed, we now have an actual category for this stream. We, Twitch implemented, reading and writing as stream categories, and oh my god, we can actually read the ends and have them listed as reading. Oh my gosh, because that's what we're gonna be doing today. We're reading a book. Technically, it just has pictures. Man,
It's a lot of pictures and music to complement your reading. Yeah.
Zeo Bear, welcome in. Astroth, how's it going? So many pictures. The quality of these pictures are debatable, but I love this book either way. Yeah. We just recognize its faults.
It has its charms to it.
You're excited? Twitch added Lego building? Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. I saw they also added co-working. Which they added studying and co-working, which it's cool that they're like, it feels like they're catching up with the times, because a lot of new stream types are popping up and there just weren't categories for them. So I'm happy they're actually adding new categories for these weird alternative ways of just chatting.
Yeah. It's like VTuber comes up with like much more ideas now. They have to add like new stuff to it.
It's a good thing because people are what do you call it, innovating on the format. Hey, Strange Wolf, how's it going? Because I used to be like number 1 in the special events charts, just because I would stream Echo a lot, and there wasn't a category for Echo, so it would just be special events. Echo and any other VN that I was reading just go into special events, and people like those streams, so I just ended up somehow being like in the top 1% somehow. 921? That was two weeks ago. Dang.
I just love the idea of you streaming Echo and all these like horrifying pictures, and then you're just there on Twitch as like with the thumbnail of the horrifying pictures on top.
Lots of shirtless furry men on Twitch. Hooray!
Can you believe we're in this timeline where we have a lot of furry men shirtless on Twitch?
The furry VTubers are popping up like crazy. We're using Marsh 1.0? Yeah, it was. But there's still shirtless men in Echo.
I honestly, if you asked like 15-year-old me that, would you believe that there would be like shirtless furry men on Twitch just like moving around and then you can actually interact with them? I'll be like, hell nah.
I feel like
Don't
13-year-old
believe
you
you.
would be like, what's Twitch?
What's Twitch? And also, that sounds impossible.
What's Twitch? That's impossible. And how did you get here? Who are you?
Get out of my house.
Oh my gosh. Wait, when did Twitch start up? 13-year-old me would have been like, what's the internet? Oh yeah, that's because you're old, Robin. You're ancient.
Oh, damn.
Twitch release date. Launch date
Twitch, like,
was 6th of June, 2011.
I was about to say, I remember like during my final years of university, Twitch has just released and stuff. But it was like, we still don't have that strong internet to stream on there.
Oh, it was Justin TV. Who's Justin and why does he have TV? My first interaction with Twitch, I believe, was watching like Captain Sparkles and the Completionist stream games. I think those were my introduction to Twitch. And then the first Twitch streamers I actually got like into was Hyper Potions, who is a band that has done music for Sonic.
Aww.
I got really into their community, for a bit before they stopped streaming, and I was sad, and didn't have a lot of
Aww.
other Twitch people to watch, except for my friends, who started streaming around 2019, I think. Everyone I knew started streaming around like 2019. And then 2020, I was like, I'm gonna stream!
Yay.
Because I had just gotten like... No, I did art at first. And then I got a PC. With that government money.
Ayo.
And I haven't upgraded this PC at all. Since then. So it's a little behind the times. 4 years is a lot in computer time.
Me clutching my hard drive who's been like 7 years old now. I'm like, yeah, 4 years is old. Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my god. You started as a Minecraft streamer in 2012? Oh my gosh.
You weren't kidding when you said Robin's Ancient.
Oh my gosh, I remember. I first heard Twitch from... I was a stupid kid, in high school, and Littlewood was streaming. And it was like Twitch stream, and it linked to it, and I'm like, what the fuck is Twitch stream? And then people were giving him bits, and I'm like, how do I give him bits? And I found out bits cost money, and I kind of put it down. And I never interacted with stream again. until these other people showed up, and I was like, okay. Because I'm remembering, I'm like, wait, I remember seeing the Twitch bit logo a while ago, like way long time ago. Oh my gosh. So, everyone, it's spooky month. I know that's like So millennial core of me. Say spooky month.
Yeah.
But we're in October, so that means it's the perfect time for us to be reading a spooky, scary, furry visual novel. Are you guys ready? Shit's about to get spooky scary.
You sounded like TikTok noise for a second.
What do you mean?
Are you guys ready for a spooky, scary
Oh my
month?
god! No! Not that text-to-speech! Oh my gosh. You're glad you quit? Oh my god, yeah. Can you imagine Robin, #1 Minecraft streamer at this point?
Furry streamer.
Like, Robin, where's your, where's your SMP? Where's the, Robin Red Panda, Minecraft SMP? Howdy, Tiger King. So why are you reading Echo then? I thought this was a good, fun game about dating your abusive ex? Well, no one said he was abusive. But, you know. Oh my gosh. We have... Okay, we should... I love sitting here and chatting, but we have so much to read. But maybe we should, because I haven't prepared everything for the Carl finale yet, so... I'm terrified if we end...
I was about to say...
If we end today.
What do you mean Carl's finale? Is it? I don't think we are there yet, right?
No, we still have several segments to go. Several plot beats to go. But if we just... I feel like if we just, like, didn't quip and, like, just straight read through... Maybe we could get close to the end. But that would be like us locking in and just doing nothing but reading. And that's impossible for us, so.
Yeah.
I'd
rather not do that, thank you.
Fenn's gonna be oogling Carl. And we can't help it. Fenn's gonna just...
Hey!
Carl's gonna show up shirtless, and Fenn's gonna go brain dead.
I mean, you're right, but hey.
And just like, oh. Eyes rolling back in their eyes.
I'll be like, oh my god, it's so spooky. Blah, 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 blah. Carl, I'm scared. Blah, 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 blah.
Wait, did I hold up? Let me check. I sent in some TikToks to be edited, and I think one of them was you reacting to Carl. Yes, it was. Yeah, it was. It was. And seeing a shadow of Carl and going, ah!
Oh my god, I want to see it when it's done so bad.
They should be being worked on this weekend, so.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. We need to finish Echo, because I just need to see your reactions. I need to see Ben with the trauma. A changed person.
Girl, I haven't fully recovered from my RTF. I have decided not to read further anymore because every time I do, I read it at the hospital waiting lobby. And the last time I almost cried in the middle of the lobby.
Oh my god! Why? Fenn Fenn's gonna be injuring themselves just to go back to the hospital to read more RDF. Oh my gosh.
Like, my leg. Time for more RTF.
Oh my god. Martini, welcome in. Don't raise a family on this hillside in Echo. It's a desert out here. It's a horrible place. Do it in town.
It's not good for the kids.
The big plot twist that I found out is that Howley had never been to Echo.
No fucking way.
Howley is from Utah, but has never been to the actual town Echo, and just kind of some sources say that he read about it on Wikipedia and was like, that'd be a shitty place to live.
No fucking way.
But then the actual town is based off of a different town in Arizona. And they just took the name
No.
Echo.
No fucking way.
I need to finish that doc.
I need like 5 seconds. I'll be back.
No, Fen! Oh my god. Benifer, stop dissociating. Fen! Fen! Oh my god. Staring wistfully out into the distance. Wow, so much whimsy in those eyes. We have ad break anyway, so this is pretty good. Let's jump on over to the game screen and just start getting set up. So let's jump on over there.
Okay, that was more like a 10 seconds, but I'm back.
Wow.
Hey,
Disappointed in you.
said. I'm sorry.
Disappointed. So disappointed. Okay, well, back to the dark room.
Actually, should I change my PNG to the one with the flashlight?
Oh my god. The screaming Fen. We haven't gotten to the scary parts yet.
It's already scary.
Screaming,
Like the fucking
shying.
dark rooms and
We were attacked by Jenna. It's fine. It's fine. These people are fine. What happened immediately? Oh yeah, we made a choice.
Oh yeah, I fucking forgot about Jenna going batshit crazy and attacking us.
And then you made a choice, and we ended.
Yeah.
Okay. I wake up groggily, my head throbbing a bit from laying it on the stiff pillow. Like the last time I woke up, it takes me a while to realize where I am. And, just like last time, I get the stinking feeling in my stomach when I realize where that is. I lay on my side, staring at the wall in front of me, watching the shadows dance along the log bumps. It's depressing, though. Not as much as last time. It's depressing, though. Not as much as last time. At some point, I guess I realized that there wasn't much I could do. Just go with it, and hope something comes of it. At least there seemed to be a goal in the mind of whatever had control of this. Whatever it was. Suddenly, I feel an arm slide over my hip, and I stiffen. Be a little bit more specific with that, Chase! Carl breathes into the back of my neck.
You okay?
I feel the soft warmth of Carl's body press up against my back. It's been a long, long time since I felt someone spoon me. Thinking about Leo, though, only makes my stomach knot up even more.
Yeah.
Carl picks up on it right away. His broad muzzle sneaks over my neck, and soon he's pressing his cheek against mine. I can feel him hesitating as he does it. His movement's kind of jerky and awkward. I almost laugh. I have to remind myself that Carl probably hasn't done this before. At least not since high school. Definitely not with a guy, at least. His hand slides over my side, close to my crotch. He doesn't go lower, though, and keeps it pressed against my body. It feels nice having someone close to me like this. Wow, what a spooky way to start this session off, right? It's so spooky.
I was anticipating spooky, and then suddenly I'm like, oh,
Oh,
I feel warm.
Oh no. Oh. Ah!
Uh-oh.
Ah!
Oh.
Hold up. We skipped ahead. I pressed the blush button and it skipped like 5 steps ahead.
The blush button.
Even though I'd given up on trying to understand the situation, I'm still scared about what's happening. I can feel Carl's heart beating against my back. I wonder if he's thinking about the same things. That's when I feel his very hard dick pressing against my ass.
Yes!
The fucking yippee! Confetti everywhere. Why didn't the jacket work? Hold up. Hold up. Why didn't the jacket work? Oh, that's why. Hold up. I gotta take off the jacket.
Oh no, this place is so spooky. I hope Carl's dick doesn't do anything to me.
Oh my god! Ben! Oh my gosh. I almost laugh again. Here I am in a haunted ghost cabin and my childhood friend is grinding up on me.
See? That's exactly the same sentence I just said.
Carl feels me tense up and lifts his hand away from my stomach.
Sorry, is this not...
I roll over abruptly to face him. His green eyes immediately look away from mine, and I see red creeping underneath the thin fur of his ear.
Oh my god, he's so fucking cute!
Oh my god. Didn't we just have Jenna rush into our room going, "You're gonna fuck the otter!" and then attack us because of that?
Shh. Let this happen. Let this happen.
Then time and place, maybe? I decided to go the same technique I used last night and slide up against his soft body before pressing my lips against his. That seems to break the ice, and he immediately responds, pressing his tongue against my lips before I open them to let it in.
Oh my god, here we go.
Carl's surprisingly good at tongue kissing. Better than Leo was, anyway.
Oh!
It glides over my tongue before flicking against my teeth. I'm momentarily worried about how I haven't brushed for at least 2 days now, but Carl doesn't seem to mind. He hasn't either, after all. He wraps his hands around my back, sliding one under my body so that he can wrap me in a full embrace. The feeling of being enveloped in Carl's soft and strong warmth makes my heart skip a beat, and pretty soon, I'm just as hard as he is. Oh my god! Chase! You're so horny! While his hands toy with my tail, I get to work running my own hands under his shirt, sliding them along his firm belly before pushing his shirt up. Carl tenses and giggles.
Oh fuck, that tickles.
I pause and smirk at him.
I barely touched you.
I give his stomach a light prod, and he curls up a bit more, grabbing my wrist.
Dude, I think I'm not just used to being touched like...
I apply both hands this time, running them like spiders up his stomach and chest. Oh my god!
Dude, no!
He twists and rides under my hands, desperately trying to stifle his giggles before finally snatching at my hands by the wrist. I'm reminded how strong he is when he easily rolls me to my back, straddling my hips as he pins my hands above my head! Oh my gosh!
Would it be funny if I just be like, BRB, and then I was gone for like 5 minutes?
No! Fat! Running to Thailand to grab you and get you back on stream.
god. People were like, nah, Carl's backstory route is just kind of backstory-ish. You don't need to play this. What the fuck do you mean? This is Chef's Kiss. Mwah.
Wow. This is the route people say is the weakest, and Fen is having the time of their life.
Yes! The fucking spider tickling.
Oh my god.
You asshole.
Carl's breathing heavily, letting out a little giggle every now and then. Oh my god. Oh my god!
Oh, I can't get the picture of him pinning Chase with the arms above his head.
Fen's so flustered right now.
Sorry, I've just never seen someone get so.
I pause as I hear some movement from downstairs, followed by what sounds like Raven's voice.
Oh, fuck you, Raven!
Fen is literally like, it should have been me, not him!
You fucking cop blocker!
I reminded of our situation when I see some flakes of blood around Carl's nose and the big splotches on his shirt.
I, guess we're being a little loud. Yeah, how's your nose?
Carl automatically raises a hand to touch his nose.
Hurts a little bit, but I'm okay. That's good.
I lay there in silence for a few seconds, feeling like the moment is kind of ruined. I look again at the walls, remembering that we should be looking for something instead of messing around like this.
Fucking Raven! What you looking at? Not sure. Hey, we should be finding something, right? Hmm?
My crotch is starting to get a little uncomfortable under the weight of Carl's body.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, didn't that ghost ancestor, whatever it was, tell you that we needed to find stuff?
Carl rubs his nose.
Yeah, in the last place we were in, at least. I guess it would be the same for this place, right? Unless it was what we already burned up.
I can't wait for Fen's first Echo fan art is to just be self-ship replacing Chase in the scene with him.
I hate that you just read my mind for a second there.
I was like, Fen's an artist. They can just draw themselves in the scenario. Welcome in! Rasky, welcome in. How's it going?
It's Key. Hi, Key.
Key, how are you? Welcome in, Redditors. Welcome in. If you guys don't know, my name is Marshmallow Bears. I'm a variety streamer on Twitch, and I run a campsite. Welcome in. We're not at the campsite. We're in Echo today because we're reading Echo with Fen right here.
I am so in for Carl's route right now. I'm like, yes!
How was your stream? Get comfy. We're reading today, so just sit back, relax. It's your favorite VN, hell yeah! Just remember, no spoilers. This is Fen's very first time reading Echo, so no spoilers. But yeah.
Key, I thought your favorite is Adastra.
Ooh,
Ooh?
the T.
Ooh.
Why doesn't Marsh just do VN review with all the VNs he reads? I'm not good at getting my thoughts down on paper like that. Trust me, I've tried doing review stuff before. My brain don't work good. Hypergamer, welcome in. Yeah, my brain don't work good like that. So
Yeah, like I've been watching like video clips and stuff before on VNs and shit, and I'm like, these people go wild like in the research material and shit.
Hmm.
I feel like you could do it too to this level of echo.
Only Echo, I feel like. But also, I feel like I've watched a lot of reviews on Echo, so I feel like I would be treading soil that has been tread a lot. I don't know. I can't think of anything new to say on Echo. Really. It it would literally have to just be something new I could come up with. Back in the days,
Ah.
yeah. Gamed for a bit, then worked on comms? Hell yeah.
Woo.
And read the newer VNs? I don't want. I don't know. I feel like that would disrupt my place in the ecosystem that is furry visual novels. Because we're all furries. It's an ecosystem. Um, oh, a lot of the devs are people that I talk to, and that is a very uh easy place to be in when you're. Oh my gosh! Foreign born
Hey.
Poncho, welcome in, welcome in. How's it going? How is your stream? How is the commissions? I popped in for a little bit, saw you were animating, but then I had to stream. Uh, welcome in,
Hey.
Poncho, welcome in, welcome in. How's it? How was it? Um, but yeah, yeah, reviews are fun if you don't take them seriously, but we're artists. We take critique very seriously. I hate to say. That's just the nature of the thing. And sometimes if you don't word things right, you can uh you know, hurt someone without even realizing it. I don't want to do that. I would rather have a more amicable relationship with all these VN devs as just someone who reads the plays their games and reads them.
Or like you finish your review clip and you're like, I feel like I did not do justice to this.
Mhm. Yeah. Struggling to find up some stuff. Aw. Uh, you have hurt me, Marsh? What do you mean I've hurt you? What do you
Oh.
mean? Libra, no! No one would
Oh, what
critique my work? Oh
happened?
my gosh. I've
Oh.
I haven't critiqued your work, but I have sung the praises of your work, so there's that. Anyway, welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in. If you guys don't know, my name is Marshall Barrett. I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch, and I run a campsite. Get comfy, guys. Today we're playing Echo. Everyone from Poncho Stream, it's great to see you all here. If you guys don't know, Poncho drew this VTuber right here. They are one of my VTuber parents. So, get comfy. We're reading Echo today, and
Woo!
uh, we are at a very spooky part, but Fen is horny more than anything. So we are dealing
Hey!
with that.
Hey! Hey! It was Chase Hunter who was more horny than anything else, okay? I'm just
Wow! Okay!
reacting.
You're the one that's like, what if I just like went on mute and left for 5 minutes?
Hey, I said what if? I didn't actually do it.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, Fen's about to self-ship themselves after this. Uh Oh my god, I can't wait to see Fen's tier list of Echo characters once we're done with this game.
You know what? That would be interesting, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't realize.
No, it's just funny that it's like, okay, back to the reading. Yeah. Carl sits there quietly thinking.
Well, I think I might try to look downstairs. You want to stay up here and look around? Yeah.
The man disheartened that Raven cock-blocked him.
I am disheartened that Raven clock blocked him.
Hold up, I need to check something.
Okay.
I realized, do I have... There we go. I realized I need to set contact classifications.
Oh,
Uh,
that's a
so
fair point.
I never do that.
All right, which one are we putting? Excessive gore, sexual content.
I did sexual content and profanity.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. Because apparently VTubers are getting like sexual jokes are also getting hit by the content regulations
Oh.
if you don't have that up. So people are getting banned on Twitch. So
Oh.
yeah, I need to get that up. Anyway, that's up now. Anyway,
Yay. I want to get the other two to start looking too.
the threat of Jenna hangs heavy in the air, and the way we're both obviously avoiding it makes it all the heavier.
What about your ankle?
I flex it around, the twinge a lot less sharp now, though the stiffness feels even worse.
I think I'm okay. Let me try it out. Okay.
Carl sits there for a while longer, then seems to suddenly realize that he needs to get off so I can get up.
Uh-oh.
He scrambles off awkwardly as I sit up and swing my legs over the side of the bed. Pressing my foot on the floor, the twinge that runs through my ankle is minuscule. Standing up, I'm able to put some pressure on it before it hurts too much. Problem is that I can't bend the joint at all, leaving me with an obvious and lumbering limp.
I think I'm okay.
Hey, thank you for the lurk.
Can I get you down the stairs at least?
I warmed to the concern in Carl's voice, though I don't really want him and Jenna anywhere near each other, especially after what she might have heard just now.
Nah, I want to test it out a little bit more.
I turned my head to look back at Carl and still see a worried look on his face.
I'll call you if I need any help, okay?
Carl purses his lips.
Bites the lips, just like, ugh.
Oh my god!
Alright.
The trip down the stairs is ponderous and awkward. I'm probably loud too, because when I reach the bottom, I find both Raven and Jenna already staring at me.
Hey.
Hey! Jenna doesn't say anything, continuing to watch me. We stare at each other awkwardly for a bit before she finally moves her head to look down at my leg.
How's your leg? Oh, it's alright. A bit stiff though.
I grasp at the opportunity to talk about anything other than what we were obviously avoiding.
I think I should be able to walk normally, maybe in a few days. Hopefully in a few days we'll be out of here so you can do that. Yeah.
Rodnick, thank you for the lurk. Jenna is definitely not herself right now. Her eyes are vacant, dull, and... It's hard to explain, but they lack the mischievous and compassionate look that I'm used to seeing. Her voice is weird, too. It's deeper, more husky. Like a Thai guy is voicing her.
like like Raven sitting next to her. Oh, it's just Raven making her noises.
We'll be out of here by then. Raven says it with a grin and as he leans back in the chair he's sitting in.
Yeah, I actually wanted to talk to you guys about that.
Huh? About what?
About how to get out of here. And okay, I need like a more soulless Jenna kind of
Oh my
question
gosh.
mark. And how do we do that? Well, we. I was thinking that last time we were unable to unlock the door, all we had to do was find that letter.
Raven blinks at me, eyes unsynchronized and vacant, like a frog. So we, find a letter?
Or something like that. We just need to find something. I think. We did find something.
I look over at Jenna.
Huh? Oh my god, Chase. I said we did find something. Car burned it. Oh, well, I don't think Car burned it. He did.
Raven was the one holding it, right? I
So,
pause.
but there's gotta be something else. Or maybe whatever is doing this has a way of putting something else here.
The others don't say anything.
I don't know, but we can't just sit here looking around. Is it the least that we could do? Where is Car?
Jenna's standing up now, looking up at the ceiling. Faintly, I can hear the clomping of Carl's hooves on the softwood.
He's looking around upstairs.
Jenna continues to look up at the ceiling, her face stony. Let's start in this room! Raven stands up and starts walking along the wall, looking up and down the logs, prodding at the space between. Jenna's still looking up at the ceiling, and I worry that she's gonna try and go upstairs.
Hey, Jenna, can you help me look around in the kitchen?
Jenna looks back at me.
Huh? My ankle still kind of hurts. It'd be nice to be able to lean on someone if I need to walk for like, far, like, to the kitchen.
Jenna pauses before moving to my side. She stands there stoically, and I awkwardly wrap an arm around her shoulders.
Thanks. Yeah. Oh wait, that's just the wrong voice. Oops.
We amble slowly to the kitchen. Jenna stops in the middle of the room and waits.
Guess I'll start with the cabinets.
My voice goes up at the end, like I'm asking a question. Jenna doesn't say anything, so I stumble away from her, again, awkwardly, before finding support on the wooden pantry. I hesitantly start opening some of the cupboards, feeling a lot less into my idea than I was just a few minutes ago. Jenna stares out the window.
Oh my god, she's fucking possessed. So, are you okay?
She finally looks back at me, frowning.
I'm fine. Why? You're being really distant? Do you need me to stand next to you? No, I mean, you seem like you're not really here mentally. I'm sorry.
I open another pantry door. It's a set of glass mugs.
Is it something to do with Carl?
I know that Jenna's going through something similar to what Carl is. I just have no idea what's doing it or why. Something that wants us to go as unsmoothly as possible, clearly.
I don't have a problem with Carl. I mean, what you did yesterday. I just just have a problem with the way he acts. He could do a lot if he put his mind to it.
It takes me a moment to realize that she's talking about what happened before all of this. Okay, we have... Oh, no, wait. No, the ad hasn't started yet. Okay, cool.
Okay. So you attacked him? What? No. That was something else.
I turn around and finally see something familiar about Jenna. Some life in her eyes. Maybe all I have to do is talk about stuff before this whole warp to ghost dimension.
I mean, he tries. He just has problems. Shouldn't a psychology major know that?
Jenna looks away from me.
Ugh, I guess, but I'm not a therapist. So what? So I don't know. No, I mean, shouldn't anyone have, sympathy? I have a little more sympathy if he actually try and get help. He has, but it's not that easy.
Again, I don't feel like I should be explaining this to someone who has 4 years of psychology under her belt.
I tried to get help, but I didn't feel better for years.
Jenna doesn't say anything.
Paul's problems didn't really start until his first year of college.
I keep pulling open cupboards, my heart sinking a little more each time that there's nothing inside.
I mean, yeah, he had problems before, but it's only getting worse for him. Well, it doesn't matter what I think about Carl right now. Trying to find a way out of here and screwing around isn't going to help.
Jenna says it in such a way that I feel like it was supposed to be pointed. There's little doubt now that she's heard what? There's little doubt now that she heard us messing around upstairs. I sigh and reach up to pull open the last cabinet.
He's not who you think he is.
So quiet and deep. I'm not sure that it's Jenna that said it. I turn around, but she's already on the other side of the room, standing next to one of the opposite sets of pantries.
Did you say something?
She doesn't respond. I stare at her for another few seconds before slowly turning back around. The fur at the back of my neck prickles at the idea of turning my back to her. Why did this damn ghost have to be so subtle and cryptic? If that's what it is, of course. Seems like Jenna had no trouble telling Carl about the whole blue finding crap. James, not Jenna. Fuck! J-names.
I was like, wait, Jenna?
Yeah, I was like, that doesn't make sense. Why couldn't they just tell him, or even Jenna, right now, instead of just creeping me out? The kitchen isn't very big, so I run out of things to search through pretty quickly. I skip the area around the window, though, not having forgotten what happened yesterday. Yesterday?
Ugh.
I don't know how to keep track of time in this place. I look back over at James, who's still in the same place, staring at the... Jenna! Oh my god! Oh my god! I was
These
like, wait,
two James.
James! Ah!
Chase turns back and it's James just searching the cupboards like, hey,
Oh my gosh.
I'm the ghost that haunted your boyfriend. He's not my boyfriend.
Boyfriend? What? I look back at Jenna, who's still in the same place, staring at the pantry. The thought that maybe I myself could be possessed momentarily passes through my mind. For some reason, I doubt it, even though I'm not sure why. I don't really feel like I'm of interest to whatever it is that's doing this. At least not directly. As I continue to stare, I see something past Jenna, at the base of the stairs. A ram's horn curling out from around the corner to the entrance of the stairs. Stare for a moment.
Hey, I'm gonna go upstairs.
Jenna's head snaps back sharply to stare at me, and I swear I hear her neck crack.
Oh god. Just to see if he found anything. I'll be back.
I awkwardly sidle my way out from the kitchen towards the stairs, Jenna's gaze following me the entire way. Once I reach the base of the stairs, I find Carl standing there. He jumps when I come around the corner and stands straight up, one hand resting against the wall. His eyes are red, and the short fur on his face is all mussed up.
Carl, are you okay?
I whisper it, but Carl immediately turns around and starts back up the stairs quietly. I follow him, wondering what it could be. Did he find something horrific? It wouldn't be surprising at all that if that were the case. Once we reach the top of the stairs, Carl heads straight for the bedroom.
Carl, what happened? Find something?
At that moment, he turns around and hugs me. It's so enveloping and firm that the air is almost crushed out of me. I grunt and freeze for a moment, listening to Carl huff into my chest. He's holding me like something precious. Like, if he lets go, I'm going to be swept away somehow. Quiet for a few seconds, letting Carl get whatever this is out of his system. My arms are pinned down to my sides anyway, so it's not like I can respond physically.
Hey, are you okay? Are you okay?
It's a dumb question, because none of us are okay. Carl finally lets go. He turns away from me right away to sit on the bed and put his face in his hands. My shirt is damp, and I look down to see 2 wet spots where his eyes had been. Tentatively, I sit down next to him at the foot of the bed, put my hand on his back.
Hey, what happened?
Ryan, welcome in, welcome in. Carl sniffs loudly, wiping his eyes before putting his face back down in his hands.
It just...
The ram sighs before finally straightening up to lean back on his hands, looking away from me.
just feel like shit is all. Can I help? I just had a moment. Couldn't breathe.
I keep rubbing his back, knowing that there really isn't anything I can do.
Panic attack? How come? Lots of things.
Carl shivers under my touch.
And I feel like everyone's mad at me. Why? No one's mad at you. Well, Jenna first of all. But I feel like everyone thinks this is my fault. Or something. What? Why would any of this be your fault?
He was probably right about Jenna, though.
My house. My great whatever this is. It's all just my shit.
Yes.
Oh no. Just being alone gets me thinking about this stuff. About how I'm still fucking everything up. Dude, Jenna told us. Fucked up things are happening everywhere. Not just in your house.
I look around.
Which I'm assuming we're still in. Maybe?
I look back down at Carl.
What brought all this up? We're all just working together to get ourselves out of here.
Carl wipes his face and sniffles noisily before sitting up straight.
I wasn't finding anything, and I started thinking about what would happen if we never do find anything. That's not gonna happen. These things that are doing this are these things that are doing this are trying to tell us something, right? I don't know about that, man. They seem just as confused and angry as we are.
Carl looks at me with his reddened eyes.
It's like they're fighting, too. Yeah, I guess they're having some issues.
Carl reaches out, and I let him pull me into his side. Lieber, what do you mean, also inside me? What does that mean? Also, I realized chat wasn't on screen. Oops.
Oops?
Oopsies. I don't resist, and Carl chuckles.
And it's just creepy being up here alone.
I fit against him almost perfectly, and I lay my head against his shoulder.
Sorry. But what? I feel like I should be the strong one. Huh? And you've already seen me cry like twice. Hey, I don't believe in the strong one type of crap.
Chase, you dated Leo. You know you were into that. Girl! I rest a hand on Carl's thigh, squeezing it.
Chase be like, I'm more into the round one now instead of the strong one.
Oh my gosh.
You're strong for the other person when they need it, and both people will need it eventually.
Carlo shifts against me, and he laughs nervously.
You're talking about us, like, we're a thing, wink wink. Aren't we a thing? Look at what we're doing right now.
Oh!
I don't know, man. It's hard to say when you're stuck in a haunted cabin.
I feel him press his nose to my head, inhaling.
I was just imagining Carver like, okay, so we're a thing when we're only in the haunted cabin.
Oh my god.
When we get out, this place is doing weird things to me.
I squeeze his thigh again.
Yeah, we can talk about it when we actually get out here. When this stuff isn't fucking with our heads. So, we are a thing, but just in this ghost dimension. God damn it, I called it!
You
I
called
fucking called it! Oh my god. Sure, for now. I'm fine with that. For now.
He breathes in deeply.
You smell good.
Oh my god! Carl! You haven't bathed in days! I snort.
What do I smell like? Hey. The ocean. Dude, I'm a river otter. Besides, the river and ocean smells bad.
Carl nibbles on the side of my neck, and I gasp, trying to pull away from him. He pulls me back easily with his superior strength before pushing me back onto the bed, teasing at my neck with his warm nose. Girls!
Hey yo!
Girls, focus! Focus! Gosh!
Hey yo! Carl, stop!
I hiss at him, trying not to burst out laughing. He mumbles against my neck.
Hey, just getting you back for earlier.
I giggle helplessly behind a closed mouth, trying to keep quiet. I can't deny I like this, but Jenna's criticism just minutes earlier has me feeling hesitant. He starts to move lower, but at that moment I hear a metal clang echo up the stairs. We both pause. Carl's large ears are perked under his beanie. I prop myself up on my elbows before looking towards the doorway.
I'm sorry, when you said metal clang, all I hear is just fucking TikTok sound effects, like that metal bang
No, not
on
the
the floor.
metal pipe!
Yeah, metal pipe, that's the one.
Oh my gosh.
I guess we should get back to searching. Yeah.
With the moment clearly over, Carl sits back up on the side of the bed while I straighten out my shirt. You found something?
Oh my god, not Raven cock blocking again.
Raven's voice drifts faintly up the stairs. Carl and I look at each other.
Hey, maybe we won't need to. You wanna go check? Yeah, wait here a second. If it's nothing, I'll come back up and help you look around, alright? Okay.
Carl scoots to the side so I can get off the bed. Takes me a few minutes to get down the stairs on my stiff ankle. Once I get into the kitchen, I'm confronted with an odd scene. Jenna's halfway into the wood-burning stove, reaching into the back, probably up into the metal tube.
What are you doing?
She found something! Raven's standing off to the side of the stove, bouncing on the balls of his feet.
It's stuck.
Jenna grunts as she adjusts herself, reaching in from a different angle.
What is it?
I hobble slowly across the room towards them. You need help? I realize he's talking to me, but I shake my head at the husky as I watch Jenna pull back and look into the opening of the stove.
God damn thing should be this hard to get. Maybe I can help?
But Jenna's already plunging her hand back in, head sticking just out the opening as she does. That seems to garner some success as she smirks.
Ha! Got it.
Then her whole body jerks as she's seemingly yanked into the opening. Raven yelps as Jenna grabs onto the side of the stove to keep from getting pulled in. Oh my gosh!
Jenna?
My voice rises in panic as I see her get yanked a second time. Raven automatically steps up next to her and grabs her arm. Third yank almost pulls him off his feet. I run over to help and wrap my arms around Jenna's waist to get a better grip. Another jolt and I'm able to feel the power of whatever has a hold on Jenna myself.
What's happening?
Dirk, welcome in. How you doing? I hear a thudding and a rustling in the stove, like something's turning over angrily and repeatedly. The image of some kind of caged animal passes through my mind and it sends chills up my spine.
Now? You? Fucking don't!
I look up at the fox and notice that she doesn't look scared at all. Instead, she looks pissed off, her lips drawn back in a snarl, teeth bared viciously. She's talking to whatever's in the stove. I feel the muscles in her body tense up and writhe under my hands as she twists to get free. I look around her body at Raven. His face in contrast is a mask of horror.
Raven!
His eyes snap to mine.
Get a grip around her body, and we pull at the same time.
He briefly lets go of Jenna's arm to lean down on her other side and wrap his arms around her waist.
Okay, on 3. 1, 2...
Another yank and suddenly Jenna's upper half is pulled into the stove. I lose my balance and fall back on my butt, knocking my head against the metal stove. My eyes water and I let go with one hand, desperately rubbing at the back of my head while I loosely keep a grip on Jenna with the other. Chase! Raven's actually sliding into the fireplace himself at this point. I try to get my bearings and pull myself back up next to Jenna, but at that point, something big and bulky comes barreling into the room. My vision clears up in time to see the big ram reach in for Jenna's body, practically pushing Raven aside. His horns clang loudly against the stove as he wraps his arm around Jenna's body and pulls back with his 270 pounds behind it. The fox emerges slowly, both of her arms still stuck in the stove, a determined look still on her face. Carl lets go for half a second, lunging forward to grab both of Jenna's elbows. He yanks back again, letting out a strained grunt. As her wrists emerge from the stove, I get a glance at black tendrils wrapped around them before those tendrils suddenly disappear.
Oh.
Carl and Jenna are both launched back, Jenna getting a cushioned landing on top of the ram as Carl lets out a loud wheeze. I hobble over to them, kneeling next to Carl as Jenna rolls off him, eliciting another grunt. He slides up while Carl continues to lay there. His eyes widen.
You guys okay?
Carl waves a hand at me, rolling over onto his side as he gasps breathlessly. Jenna sits next to him, holding her hands up. I can already see some nasty swelling under the fur covering her wrists. I wince.
Yeah. Jenna, you alright? I'm fine.
She's not looking at her wrists, though. Instead, it's at an ash-smudged folded piece of paper in her hands. From the bits that aren't covered, I can see that the paper is yellowed and ancient-looking. Not at all like the clearly photocopied newspaper we'd seen earlier. Jenna looks down at it, standing up. I hear her groan next to me and turn back to Carl.
Can't go a day without getting beat up, huh?
I rub his shoulder as I look down at him, smiling.
Wow, that was kind of heroic.
Carl grunts as he sits up.
You think so? Yeah, all at the last second too.
Carl rubs his knees.
Would have gotten here earlier if I hadn't tripped down the stairs like twice.
He stares at the stove.
What the hell was that?
I look too, into the yawning black hole and shiver.
I don't know. It was all black and smoky. Like what we saw before. Think it'll come out of there?
Raven suddenly steps in to lift up the stove door, twisting the handles to lock it. He yelps as he does, jumping back as soon as the deed is done. I chuckle, then look back at Carl. Over his shoulders, Jenna walks into my field of vision. Paper is open in her hand. She's holding it over the candle. All at once I realize what she's trying to do. I choke on whatever I'm about to say next and leap up awkwardly onto my injured ankle.
Jenna!
Luckily, Jenna's only about 5 feet away, and I practically fall onto her, pushing her away from the candle. We both fall against the bench under the window. Jenna's hand smacks against my nose, bringing tears into my eyes. I yelp as she pulls her fingers in, breaking lines of fire down my nose with her claws. There's a pounding in my ears, and I distantly register that the drums have started up again. She twists out from under me and pulls away from the bench. When the fuck did she get so strong? I numbly keep my grip on her wrists as she spins, swinging me away from her. I lose my grip and stumble back, stepping wrong on my foot and re-bending my ankle the exact same way I did last time. Ugh, I yelp again, once more, loudly this time as I crumple to the ground. Carl swears and jumps over me at Jenna.
Wait!
I try to grab him by the hoof, but that's passing over me, but I miss miserably. As I sit up, I hear an ungodly, beastly snarl, and I look up to see Carl wrestling a kicking and scratching Jenna to the ground.
That is fucking it.
He pins her there while she writhes under him, trying to scratch at his face. Ugh! Stop it! Guys! Stop fighting! The fucking TikTok meme. Stop Stop fighting!
Stop fighting! I see a picture of a cat or Mudeng just like.
Raven is still standing off to the side, his paws on his head, pulling at his ears. I crawl over to their writhing bodies, one eye wincing shut as each movement sends a lightning bolt through my leg. I grab at Jenna's hands, forcing them down above her head.
Jenna, stop!
Jenna suddenly kicks one of her legs up between Carl's legs as he kneels her over her.
Fuck.
He crumples over on top of Jenna, lying on her legs as he tries to pin his thighs together. I look down into Jenna's face.
Stop it! What the hell are you doing?
Jenna snarls up at me, but it's softer this time. Her struggles die down a little. After holding my gaze for about 10 seconds, she looks away. I relax my grip a bit, gasping as I try to rearrange my foot so there's not so much pressure on my ankle.
I don't know.
I pull the piece of paper out of her limp fingers and push away from her, waiting to see if she'll come after me again. She doesn't. Instead, just lying there with her hands above her head, staring at the ceiling.
Raven.
Raven, still with his fingers twisting around his ears, looks over at me. Yeah?
Take Jenna upstairs. Take a nap. Or something. I think we need to be kept separate for now.
As Raven hurries over to Jenna, Carl rolls off with a groan. Raven's easily able to coax Jenna up off the floor, and they head upstairs. Jenna looking down at the floor all the while. I scoot over to Carl, holding my breath as each drag sends another spasm through my leg. He's on his sides, hands between his legs as he squints at the wall. Once he notices me, he looks at my ankle.
Fuck. Are you okay, man?
What is this, like the 15th time we twisted this goddamn ankle? It's like constant.
It kept healing. No.
God damn it, Chase.
No. I don't think so. I stepped on it wrong again. God damn it. What the fuck is the problem? It's okay. You're just gonna have to carry me again. Twirls her hair.
Oh my god. Carl chuckles before letting out another softer groan.
What did I say about getting beat up all the time? Are you okay? No. She kicked me in the fucking balls.
I sit quietly for a moment, the pain in my ankle fading into a more cold electric sting rather than a molten lava.
What the hell is going on? Why would she try to burn it?
Carl is quiet for a moment, then he looks up at me again.
You know, right? What? I could be wrong since nothing makes sense here. What? You know that this probably has something to do with James and John.
I rub the back of my head again, feeling a bump swelling up already.
Didn't we already figure that that's what's going on? I mean, with Jenna. You know how James was sort of talking to me? Yeah, like, he told you what to find. Yeah, but I think something is talking to Jenna, too. John? Maybe. To make you guys fight? Weren't that lovers?
Would there be a reason for John wanting this paper not to be read? Carl doesn't say anything, choosing to roll onto his back and lay his hands out to either side of him. I look down at the paper in my hand.
Well, should should I read this now or wait for the others? Might as well do it now. Might try something again. Alright. I'm gonna read it out loud then.
Carl waves a hand in the air, indicating that I should go ahead. I scoot back against the wall so I can stretch my leg out, and then start reading.
My dearest John, I've been hearing terrible things lately.
My
I'm
dearest
sorry.
John, I just picked up the newest contraption from the general store. It is called the Nintendo Wii.
I heard that this is good for our fitness talk.
You can play motherfucking bowling on this thing.
You can play Wii tennis here.
My dearest John, you have to try this new game. Super Mario Galaxy. You can shake the remote and he spins. This fucking music drives me crazy.
My dearest John, I am afraid that we have to call our relationships off. You have deleted my save file on fucking Nintendo Wii.
That's what this whole thing is about. He deleted all of John's saves. Oh my god. My dearest John, we have to call this off. You have hacked our Nintendo Wii and are stealing games. How dare you? I am not a thief.
You know that as I, James, are a vivid supporter of Nintendo, how could have you... How could have you done this to our Nintendo Wii? Our Nintendo Wii!
Oh my god.
I still can't believe they chose this music for this scene.
This music
It's
is
like
insane.
the big reveal. They say that you've been accusing me of the most egregious monstrosities. I dare not believe them. In fact, I will not until I hear your words for myself. There must be some misunderstanding. Has one of my many political enemies pitted you against me? Are they using the missing native boys as a weapon against my campaign? I would not think that to be below them, but what concerns me most is you. Please, visit me at my mansion. We must speak on this. I very much look forward to your company and believe that we can soon set this straight. Yours forever, James.
Wow, might as well end it with a little heart and a kiss mark.
XOXO.
James putting on the lipstick to give a little kiss mark on his letter. I look up at Carl.
And then PS below the letter. PS. I still have our Nintendo Wii.
Oh my
Doing
He looks back at me.
So, what do you think that means?
Carl rubs inconspicuously at his crotch.
Huh? It's like, I'm gonna scratch my thinky ball real quick.
Oh my god! I'm mauling you.
I guess something went wrong between James and John. Yeah, but what? It sounds like he tried to frame him or something.
I remember the newspaper clipping that had somehow gone up in flames.
Hey, that newspaper article that burned up said something about a Miseta kid that went missing. So native kids were gone missing, and John used that to get at James somehow. Maybe. We still don't know if John was doing it anyway. James doesn't seem to know either.
I wonder if we'd have been better off if Carl had a little bit of James in him right now. At least then we'd have a better idea of what is going on, maybe? Then again, the situation is so volatile with Jenna, I'm kind of glad we don't have another ghost to deal with in Carl. I look at the Ram, who's in the middle of pulling his waistband up to look at his... to look in at his junk. If James is still influencing Carl somehow, then he really isn't showing it.
I love that they decided to use Carl scratching his crotch as device for like, oh, the ghost is not here.
Well, Jenna kicked him in the balls!
Yeah, but like, these behaviors are like, oh, the ghost is not here because he's scratching his balls.
Oh my god!
I love this writing. You okay?
Okay, we have an ad, so... 1 minute. 1 minute ad.
Okay.
With Marsh? Oh, there we go. Oh my gosh.
Oh no, James is here. He's
No!
taking over Marsh again. James,
You know
it's
what?
like
Okay.
the third time.
Okay, I need to show you. This isn't the same
Yeah.
James that is, possessing Carl, but this is one of Carl's ancestors named James.
Oh.
I think this is James Hendricks the third, so it's... I'm gonna send this to you. I need your opinion on this character. Here you go. Here's one of Carl's ancestors.
On stream chat?
I'm sending it over a Telegram.
Okay. Oh. Hello. He does look cute, but he's kind of like the most generic villain, smug, rich asshole kind. The kinds that you see on like Kim Possible villains, kind of.
Oh my gosh.
But I like him. He has his flair and stuff.
What do you rank him with Carl?
Oh, Kara is definitely a lot better.
Would you say it's improvement or
Carl is definitely an improvement.
Monopoly guy looking motherfucker? Oh my gosh.
Kinda, yeah.
So yeah, that's I think that's that. So that would be James Hendricks's grandson.
Oh.
God damn, this story takes place over too many generations.
Mm.
Earl abruptly lets go of his waistband, letting it snap back against his waist.
Huh? Yeah, I'm fine. I just love that this sentence comes with like the Nintendo Wii music. Just like, are your balls okay?
Earl smiles ruefully.
They look fine. They're kind of hurt.
I think I'm making a joke about making them feel better, but that doesn't feel really appropriate right now.
I'm actually more worried about Jenna. Not just because she could beat me up. Yeah.
It seemed like that at this point. Jenna isn't really Jenna anymore.
Should we talk to her about, I don't know, resisting it? It's worked for me.
I look in the direction of the door as a loud click emanates from it. Carl's long ears perk, and as he follows my gaze, we both stare at it for a few seconds.
Do you think? Maybe?
Slowly, Carl gets to his feet, still a little bow-legged, and hobbles towards the door.
Careful.
I say a little apprehensive. I say a little apprehensive that something might open it from the other side. Carl doesn't say anything and slowly shuffles towards the door, pausing in front of it for a few seconds. Slowly, he reaches out and rests a hand on the handle, then gives it a slight push. It shifts open a few inches. Carl looks back at me.
I think we should get the others.
We all stand around the door, Carl to my right and Raven to my left. Raven and I making sure there's maximum distance between Carl and Jenna. The door is still shifted open a few inches, and the vertical black void it reveals is a little ominous.
Oh.
So, we just, go through?
I don't know, man. That's what we did last time, right? Yeah.
I feel like the real question is if we really want to go through the door in the first place. Just going to lead to another terrible place where the terrible things happen? I feel a void similar to the one I'm looking at open in my chest. The thought of being trapped in a loop, going through the door after door that leads to nothing but horror. I'm ready. This place is having an effect on Jenna that seems to be getting worse with each passing hour. How much longer can she keep it together?
What did the letter say?
I tense up. Anything she does now is putting me on edge. I'm just waiting for her to lash out again. My hand drifts spiratorially to my pocket where the folded up letter is. I glance to my right at Carl. He's got his eyes on the door.
A few things. Just more history stuff. About what?
I decide at the moment that I have to lie. We need to keep Jenna, or John, calm. Want to get through this. I have a feeling that John, wouldn't want to hear about James revealing what I assume are secrets. I didn't read anything about John trying to sabotage James in my research, but maybe that's what James was trying to tell us. So I shrug my shoulders, moving my hand away from my pocket.
Stuff about the mine. How that wasn't enough to sustain the town.
I'm worried Jenna might challenge my lie for whatever reason. She doesn't say anything, though. And Carl just keeps on staring straight ahead. Raven suddenly claps his hands together, making Carl and I jump. So, should we open it? Raven reaches out.
Wait!
Husky pauses and looks back at me, expectantly, his black ears tipped forward.
Should we do this? I mean, it's probably gonna lead to another place where we have to find another thing.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe we shouldn't keep going?
I stumble over my words, trying to piece together my feelings and put them into sentences as I go.
I just think that they're not really on our side, you know.
I make an effort not to look at Jenna.
So if they're not, why are we doing what they want us to do?
I realize I'm shaking now, and I make an effort to make my hand still. That's when I feel something big and warm slide into my right hand, and I glance down to find Carl holding it. He gives me a quick look and a small smile before returning his attention back to the door. What else should we do? Raven's tone isn't accusatory, but it's genuinely curious. I don't have a very good answer.
Well, maybe we can find a way back somehow. Maybe we're still in Cars's house right now.
Carl's house. That place seems like thousands of miles and years away at this point.
Maybe we can, like, wake ourselves up somehow.
Raven doesn't respond, and neither does anyone else. I realize how stupid I must sound.
Sorry, I just feel like we're taking things too fast right now.
Carl gives my hand another squeeze.
Hey, dude. We're all a little scared. We can talk about things.
Carl looks past me at Raven and Jenna.
No rush. I'm actually starting to feel the same way.
I feel my cheeks burn at the way I'm holding everyone back because I'm scared.
So, I had that guy in my head. I sort of felt like he was taking us somewhere.
Carl runs the hand not holding mine up one of his horns, scratching at it.
Like, endpoint, you know?
Raven fidgets with one of his ears. Like a good endpoint?
Yeah, man. I think so. That didn't sound very convincing. You can stay here if you want.
Takes me a second to realize she's talking to me. You really that far gone? I just hope that if we reach the end of this, we can get her back somehow.
Whoa, Jenna. That's crazy.
Oh, girl. I coughed to clear my throat.
No, I'll go. Just wanted to think about it for a second. Have you thought about it then? Yeah.
I look up at Carl, but he only offers me a shrug, a comforting rub on the shoulder.
Well, if that's all then, let's go.
Jenna steps forward to grab the door handle, and I bite my tongue to keep from saying we should wait again. Door swings open to reveal blackness, just like last time. Unlike last time, though, there's a spot of flickering light in the distance. Fire. Everything's quiet right now, no drumbeat, but the darkness is unnatural. It's inky and thick, like it's alive. I get the unnerving feeling that it's trying to eat the light from the fire.
Maybe towards the fire?
Jenna suddenly steps forward, and just like that, she's swallowed up by the darkness.
Jenna, wait!
She ignores me. Carl gives his shoulders another shrug.
Well, if she is being persuaded, I guess she probably knows where she's going.
I see her form pass in front of the firelight a few times, then she's gone. Alright, here we go! Despite his nervousness, Raven still sounds cheerful about stepping into oblivion.
That was certainly a sentence from Raven. It's like, despite being cheerful, he steps into oblivion. You ready, dude?
I look over at Carl, and he's gazing back at me warmly, an encouraging smile on his face.
Dude, I'm reaching my limits too. We have to do another place like this.
Coco Melon Head? What do you mean, Coco Melon Head? Are you talking about Raven? What?
I wouldn't be surprised if Ryan is talking about Raven being Coco Melon Head.
Oh my gosh.
The haircut.
Okay. His ears droop, looking almost deflated. I nod, swallowing as quietly as I can. He pulls me into his side by my hand and wraps my arm around his shoulder.
stay close, okay? Yeah.
I step forward with him, and immediately we're immersed in blackness. Not only do things go dark visually, but the change is physical too. I don't know if it's all in my head, but I feel heavier, like the darkness is pushing down on my shoulders. Colder too, to the point where I can feel the heat radiating off of Carl's body when I brush up against him.
Doing okay, man? Yeah. You? Yeah. Yeah, I'm good.
The going is slow, and not just because of my injured, probably broken ankle. The ground is uneven and rocky, like we're outside, walking in the desert. Which I realize is exactly what we're doing when we walk straight into what feels like sagebrush. Carl thrashes around with the hand not holding on to me, and we're able to sort of stumble around it.
Where the hell are we?
I mutter as I stab my toe painfully on a rock.
Outside? Yeah, but we're outside. Desert, right? So, you think we're still in Echo?
Carl's quiet for a moment.
Maybe, but not really. I mean, I don't think we can just walk to our houses.
I wonder if maybe all the others, TJ, Leo, and Flynn, are out here too, in the darkness. I want to call out, but I'm too nervous that's going to attract something to us. I still remember the black figure dancing around the fire we're walking towards at this very moment. We're close enough now that it's starting to be able to make out Carl in the distance. I look back at the house to see how far we've gone. All that I can make out now are two rectangles of light. One for the door we came out of, and one for the kitchen window. The latter, a dark figure stands framed by the faint light inside. I squint, not really sure what to make of I'm seeing. Then it moves, disappearing from the window. I stop walking, and Carl stops with me, looking back over his shoulder.
What? I don't.
Did one of the others go back? Black figure appears again, this time in the doorway of the house. I don't even have time to react to that before it steps forward and the door swings shut with a distant snap. Oppressive blackness takes its place. I grab onto Carl more tightly.
The hell?
My mind flashes back to the black thing I'd seen crawling out of the wardrobe.
Come on.
I nudge into Carl's side, trying to get him to hurry along, while resisting the urge to try and run on my twisted ankle. I'm realizing that it might come to that.
Raven? Jenna?
I call out into the darkness ahead of us, wanting to warn them. Over our ragged breathing, though, there's dead silence all around us, except for a drumbeat. Either they can't hear us, or they can't respond. Carl's gripping onto me with both my hands, practically hauling me off my feet as he pulls me along. Suddenly he stops.
The fuck am I doing?
He lets me go and crouches down in front of me.
On my back.
I'm there before he even finishes the sentence, and soon my face is bouncing off his hard skull as he starts sprinting towards the fire. Whether it's in my head or not, I swear I can hear a slithering sound behind me, like a snake sliding over dry leaves. I shiver, not wanting to look back, but I do anyway, trying to peer into the darkness. Of course, I can't see anything, but I swear that something flashes in front of the lone rectangle of light coming from the cabin's kitchen window. The rustling sounds get louder, and now I can't pretend that I'm imagining it. It casts a picture into my mind. A black shadow creature contorting and bending through the sagebrush that Carl was having so much trouble moving through. I hold on to one of his horns and lean towards his ear.
Carl, it's getting close.
Then my stomach lurches as I feel like the floor suddenly drops away. Next thing I know, my nose smacks hard into the back of Carl's head before I flip over, landing on my back in what feels like a sea of sharp rocks. I lie there for a second, dazed, staring at the black ocean above me, wondering if any of this is real. Am I still dreaming? Maybe I'll just wake up in my dorm, probably linked to my legal and ethical issues in journalism class.
Fuck. Are you okay?
A muffled voice breaks through my haze of confusion and pain. Then I'm being yanked back up as Carl pulls me to my feet and clumsily shoves me back onto his back.
Sorry. Shit. Sorry. Fine.
I can barely mumble through the numb mouth, which feels like it's full of pennies. Feels, okay, I was gonna say tastes? Oh my god, that's a lot of blood. I can see I'm making dark stains in the back of Carl's shirt. It feels like my face is caved in. I wonder if my nose is broken. But the fear of the pursuit is returning, and I quickly clutch at Carl's horns before he resumes his sprint. Finally comes to a stumbling halt in front of the massive bonfire, which had looked so small in the cabin. We both stare at it. Heat almost unbearable.
I'm sorry, but this looks exactly like the same bonfire from Dead by Daylight intro, and I'm so
Oh
fucking
my
mad.
god!
Cause like they all got sucked into the black void, and now they're seeing a campfire. I'm like, wait, that's fucking Dead by Daylight.
It's Ghostface chasing them. They've been pruned or whatever.
Yeah. The fucking dredge.
The whispers behind me reach a crescendo, the hissing just over my shoulder.
What are we supposed to do?
Throw him in the fire! And he just throws you in the fire. My voice rises in pitch as I look behind us, the black shape now discernible in the firelight as it slithers around the rocks and sagebrush. Like a person imitating a snake. I grip on the Carl as he turns to face it, then takes a step back, then another.
I don't know.
I cling to the ram, and I can feel him trembling underneath me. As the creature reaches the edge of the circle of firelight, Carl turns and starts running past the fire. Then my muscles seize up, my jaw clenches, my eyes roll back, and I feel myself falling backwards. The heat is almost unbearable. My fur is damp from sweat, skin underneath it itching and uncomfortable. I can feel the sun on my face, the brightness turning the insides of my eyelids a dazzling red. I don't want to open them, though. No. I just want to sleep. I almost do fall asleep. The distant chorus of shouts and screams jolts me back awake. Now I do try to open my eyes, but I can't. It's like they're glued shut. I reach up, paw at them, but my eyes won't lift. I must be dreaming. Stuck in a paralysis. I lie there, listening to the shouting and screaming, imagining an angry mob. After what seems like hours, the voices fade and the red turns deeper, darker, blood-like, as if the sun is setting. That's when I can finally drift away, back to sleep. A soft, choking moan brings me back to the surface. I'm still hot and sweaty, but the blazing sun isn't shining in my face anymore. I wiggle my fingers and shift my arms a bit, feeling them glide over fabric. At least I'm not paralyzed anymore. Another moan, followed by a coughing sound, forces me to open my eyes, realizing it's not part of a dream. I stare up at the ceiling, a textured, beige ceiling. I'm back in the room where I'd slept. How long ago? A day? A few days? It doesn't matter because everything comes back to me at once. It feels like a lead weight is just dropped onto my chest, knocking the wind out of me. Fuck, is this not over? Now I'm starting to become convinced that this is never going to end. We're stuck in a loop, just like in my dreams. Another moan, slightly weaker, makes me sit up and look around the room. I'm alone as far as I can tell. Where are the others? I actually alone? I can't stop a soft whimper coming from my mouth at the thought of being separated from the others. I was barely keeping it together with Carl, but without him... A loud cough. A loud cough through the wall behind me makes me jump again. I quickly slide off the bed and immediately cringe as my weight comes to rest on my swollen ankle. I sag against the bed for a moment, squinting my eyes shut as I wonder why my ankle is only getting stiffer. Maybe the fall Carl had taken made it even worse? The thought that those moans could be coming from Carl spurs me to straighten up and carefully hop towards the door. I have to stifle a short yelp with every bounce, and by the time I reach the doorframe, I have to lean against it to catch my breath. My hands shake as I rub my eyes, the pain making me wonder if I'll ever be able to walk without a limp again. Another groan from the room next to me forces me to move again. In the hallway now, I'm able to make out the sounds a bit better and realize it has a feminine quality to it.
Jenna?
My voice comes out in a crackly squeak, and I grunt to clear my throat.
Jenna?
I try again and wait, but I get no response in return. I force myself to step into the hallway, clinging to the wall for support. When I look down the hall to the door next to mine, I find something very familiar. A damaged wooden door, the middle bulging and splintered out as if someone had hit it from the other side. Memories of a bad smell, a dark concrete room, and a noose. I hold tighter to the doorframe, feeling my knees tremble, both from the pain and the fear. I look behind me, hoping to see Carl, maybe even Raven? A shuffling sound followed by another cough and a gurgle draws my eyes back to the door. It's Jenna, I have to act now! I steady myself against the wall as I hop slowly to the door, eyes watering with the pain now. Reaching out with a shaking hand, I slowly start to push at the door. I'm hoping that I might be able to crack it open just a little bit, not draw the attention of whatever is inside. The door only shifts a little, though, and seems to catch on the ground underneath it. I let out a rough, scratchy sound that makes my fur raise up. Gritting my teeth, I forgo the stealthy approach and give it a hard shove. This time it opens halfway and I'm able to see into the room. Just like last time, there's no light coming from within the room itself. Instead, I have to rely on the dim yellow light coming from the hallway. It casts a widening band of light into the concrete room as the door opens. The smell hits me like a wave, and I immediately gag, doubling over and pressing a hand to my nose before pulling up the neck of my shirt over my nose. Sure, I smell like BO from the 2 days of running and fear, but it's better than the sweet smell of rotting meat that's enveloping me. Still shaking, I peer into the room while I lean against the door, but I'm only able to see the cracking concrete floor and walls. The grunting, choking sounds reach a peak now, and it's coming from beyond the band of light. It's an inky blackness that isn't all that different from what Carl and I had run through.
Hello?
No response. It sounds like the grunting has stopped, too. Shit, I have to do something now! I think about just kicking the door open and jumping back, but then I remember there's really nothing I can do with my feet right now. Taking a deep breath, I set both hands against the door. I steel myself as whatever I'm able to see. Steel myself for whatever. Okay, we're good.
Oh no, the inky blackness, it's taking a hold of Marsh.
Ah! I steel myself for whatever I'm about to see, then shove the door as hard as I can! The door swings in suddenly, scraping horribly against the floor the entire way. I yelp at the suddenness of it all, the tension all exploding at me at once as I jump back in fear. The band of light widens, sweeping over the entirety of the concrete room before the door finally lodges against the wall with a snapping sound. I almost lose my balance, arms swinging around cartoonishly as I try to hop on one foot. At the same time, I'm fearfully eyeing the opening, terrified about what I'm about to see. And what I do see is definitely terrifying. It's Jenna, in the middle of the room. She's hanging from the noose, her muzzle tilted up so I'm able to clearly see the rope digging into the fur around her neck, painfully tight. Her toes are barely touching the floor, but it doesn't even look like she's trying to keep herself up. It looks like she's unconscious.
Jenna!
There's no response, and I find myself leaping in her direction. I forget about my ankle until all of my weight comes down out on it twice in my mad dash, and I literally scream as it happens. There isn't any time to worry about it, though, as I grab onto Jenna, unsure of what to do. First, I try to wrap my arms around her and lift her up, screaming again as I set my weight down on my foot. She doesn't respond to any of this and just hangs limp in my arms, which terrifies me even more. I reach up and pluck uselessly at the hangman's knot that I immediately know isn't going to budge, no matter how much I pull.
Carl! Carl! Help!
I feel myself starting to panic. Desperately, I look around, trying to find something, anything I might be able to use to cut at the rope.
Jenna!
I call up at her. I can't see her eyes from this angle, but I can't feel any movement in her. I try to press my ear against her chest, but I'm not sure if I'm doing it in the right spot. I try to quiet my breathing and actually listen, but I still can't hear anything.
Shit! Carl!
I feel myself start to hyperventilate and try again to slow my breathing. If I pass out right now, I'm going to be less helped than I already am. The world is starting to take a surreal tint, and I think I'm actually dreaming. I think about running to the kitchen, but I don't want to let her go, especially since I feel like she's on the edge of dying right now. I reach up again and start trying to worm my fingers underneath the rope, but it's useless. It's way too tight. My eyes start to want water as I realize I'm not helping her at all right now, aside from maybe taking a little pressure off her neck. But it might be too late anyway.
Help.
I'm suddenly hyper aware of the screaming pain in my ankle, and I feel it giving out. So are my arms, burning with the strain of trying to hold Jenna up. I press my face against her chest, feeling myself start to give up on everything. And then suddenly the weight disappears, and I feel Jenna lift up several inches into the air. I look up and see Carl next to me, his big arms easily able to keep the fox off the ground. Not only that, but he's got a knife in one hand. I recognize it as the same knife Carl had used earlier in the hallway.
Carl!
I sob with relief as he sets to sawing at the rope, and soon all three of us come crashing to the ground as Jenna's kept free. We lay there in a heaving heap. The only sound is our gasp as we all try to catch our breaths, Jenna's being the loudest. After a while, I sit up and look over at her. She's already sitting up herself, one hand to her neck, rubbing at it.
Are you okay?
I reach out to her.
I just can't picture her saying like, I'm fine after all that shit. It's just like, excuse me, you're fucking on the news.
I'm fine. It's all good.
It's just random Saturday bullshit, you know?
Doing a hot girl shit.
I'm fine.
She leans away a little from my hand, so I drop it.
I thought you were gonna die, Jenna.
My voice is all shuddery, and I struggle to keep my emotions under control, not to have a panic attack. Whatever was controlling this whole scenario just tried to kill one of us! But then, I guess that's already happened with the shadow creature thing, and even with what's happening to Raven. Jenna's like, it is what it is.
Huh? Like, huh?
Jenna picks up the knife and brings it up to her neck, starting to saw away at the rope.
I can help.
She ignores me. I look over at Carl, and I see that he's flat on his back, arms spread out.
Thank you, Carl. I don't know what I would have done if you had showed up.
Where the fuck is Raven right now?
Raven's like on a separate news in the other room and no one's gone to help him.
Oh no! Carl raised the hand in acknowledgement.
How the hell did you get a knife?
Carl takes a few more gasps to catch his breath.
I heard you guys. Saw that.
He gestures up at the hanging rope. The end of it frizzled out after the cut.
Remember that knife I dropped when we were here before? Thank God.
We lie there a while longer, Jenna busy hacking at the rope, Carl choosing to stare up at the ceiling. That almost peaceful silence is shattered as a husky stumbles into the doorframe, grasping the wall as he practically trips in. Ah! Whoa! Hey guys! He grins, waving a hand out as he rights himself. He looks around at us, taking in the scene. What happened?
Jenna got hanged. Carl cut her down.
There's really no way to sugarcoat it. Oh, crap. Wow! Ah, nuts! Oh, ain't just
Such a
ain't
typical
that just the
Raven
worst?
response.
He stares
Like,
wide-eyed
ah,
at Jenna.
shit.
Well, I guess it's surprising it wasn't me this time, huh?
Huh?
He lets out a high-pitched, nervous laugh. None of us even crack a smile. You're okay, though.
Fine.
Raven looks around the room. Well, it looks like we're still here. Carl lets out a big shuddery breath.
I don't know if I could do this anymore. What do you mean? We're stuck. I don't know what else we're supposed to do. Just keep looking around. Finding stuff, right? And then what? Get sucked into another fuck up place and where we'll be chased around and almost killed?
He waves his hands in Jenna's direction.
Look what just happened. It wants us dead. Carl.
I trail off.
What?
I try to think of something to say, anything that might convince the ram to keep going. Just a while ago, minutes, hours, days, I was having the same doubts. For some reason, Carl's sudden demeanor of defeat has me more motivated. Because if Carl gives up, what else is there to keep me going? There's a soft snap, and I look over to see that Jenna's pulled the rope from her throat.
How's your neck?
Jenna rubs it.
Fine.
Her voice has an air of complete disinterest, despite the situation.
Girl, you almost died! What the fuck?
She seems distracted, too. Her eyes flicking around at the ceiling, like she's expecting something to happen up there. I look up too, but all I see is concrete that's spiderwebbed with cracks. The rope, I notice, is hanging from nothing. It sort of just grows out from the ceiling. Carl lets out another sigh next to me.
Wish I had a joint.
I feel a small flicker of annoyance.
And how will that help anything?
Carl's quiet for a moment, clearly sensing the change in my mood. I immediately regret it, but I don't have the energy to take it back.
Because it might make me feel a little bit better.
Welcome in, Silverfang, welcome in. Remember, no spoilers, this is Fen's first time playing this game.
It's me, I'm the baby. By making you feel less? We need to be alert right now, so we can figure this out.
I bring my tone back down to normal, realizing how unfair it would be if I get mad at Carl right now.
I don't know if we can though.
Welcome in, welcome in. Carl's lips tug down in a frown, and it looks like he's trying to keep himself from crying. Before I can say anything to comfort him, Jenna speaks up.
You, well,
Her voice is dark, firm, and completely unlike the way Jenna has ever spoken before. We both look at her, and she sits there, legs crossed, staring hard at us. Well, at me. Carl sits up.
Jenna.
Jenna doesn't look at him. Instead, she keeps looking at me.
John.
Now she does look at Carl, and it's out of instinct, her eyes darting to him before looking back at me. I recognize it as the almost unstoppable urge to look the way you hear your name being called. Yeah, we suspected, but Jenna had been acting weird. But to think that she was that consumed by him? Carl glances at me meaningfully. We hadn't asked her directly about it yet, so I guess now is the time.
Hey, Jenna. Feeling okay? I'm kind of debating in my head whether I want to change my voice just for John or not.
Well, he's still Jenna.
Yeah. Like, I'm feeling fine. It's just that you haven't seemed like yourself for a while now. What do you mean?
Girl, you're a bad actor! You're so obvious! God!
First you strangle someone and you almost die, and you're like, I'm fine.
I look over at Carl as he shifts himself around on the floor.
Listen, when we first got here, and even a little bit before then, I was feeling weird.
Carl pauses as he seems to be searching for the right words.
Sort of like something else had become a part of me.
Jenna narrows her eyes at Carl, but doesn't say anything.
There was another voice in my head, almost, and after a while, I knew it was that guy, James, in my head. Sounds like you're going crazy.
Carl frowns.
Maybe, but it was making me act different, feel different. It was kind of fucked up, to be honest. Weird. Yeah, weird. But it was easy to get him out of my head.
Carl points at his horns.
Now he's not there anymore.
Jenna keeps that stern look on her face, frowning at Carl.
What are you trying to say?
You're possessed, girl!
You got a demon in your head. Well, do you know a guy named John? I'm gay.
Well, he sure ain't straight! Ha ha! No.
Now,
Carl's like, Raven. Raven, now's not the time.
Not really. Keep mentioning him, but no one's told me who he is, aside from the fact that he was hanged.
I remember the picture I'd taken of John back in Carl's space. My hand feels my phone through my pocket as I almost reach in to pull it out before remembering that it's dead.
He was in some of the pictures with James Hendricks, the founder of the town.
Jenna stares at me blankly.
James was Carl's ancestor, right? We think that John was your ancestor too. He was a fox and has the same last name. So wasn't your family in Echo since the beginning? Yes. So it seems like you're probably related to him, right?
Jenna stares hard at me, then at Carl.
Our family doesn't have records like yours, Carl.
Carl frowns again.
Say that it's my fault. Maybe it is.
Carl starts to sputter again, but I cut in before he can defend himself.
See, Jenna doesn't talk like that. You wouldn't say something like that.
Jenna doesn't say anything, keeping her glare at Carl. Carl clears his throat nervously.
What I'm trying to say is that maybe your ancestor is in your head like mine was. I don't think so.
Carl lets out a frustrated sigh.
I mean, something's different with you, dude. I can see it. Chase sees it.
I nod in confirmation. Raven suddenly cuts in. I mean, I don't know you that well, but if we're going by how a normal person acts, you're not acting very normal.
We're not in a normal situation like that, are we?
Carl shakes his head.
I know you can resist it, like I did, Jenna. You've always had a really strong mind. Way stronger than mine.
Carl swallows. That's good to know.
Wow, Marsh!
The intrusive thoughts won!
Yay!
Oh my god.
So, it shouldn't be a problem for you to stop it like I did.
Jenna shrugs.
Nothing's wrong with me, Carl.
We all go quiet then.
Besides, isn't this thing about clearing James' names or whatever? Why are we talking about John?
Jenna stares at Carl, eyes moving across his face like she's searching for something. Carl stares hard right back at her.
Liz, you don't want to fight it?
Jenna's expression remains emotionless.
I mean, are you letting him? I don't know, Carl. Are you letting him control you? No, I already told you. I fought him out. How do we know that's true?
Carl throws up his hands.
Dude, why would I lie?
Carl looks at me for some help.
Yeah, Carl's way different than he was earlier. He's himself now. But how do you know that?
I don't know how else to say to Jenna to convince her. Of course I can't be completely sure. The only person that can know is Carl. He says he isn't possessed anymore, and I trust him on that.
Jenna, he isn't. Promise.
Hold up.
I thought it was like, this is supposed to be Chase's line?
I feel like this is Chase's line.
You think James kept his promises?
Carl and I share a look.
Jenna, what do you mean by that?
A strange look crosses Jenna's face, breaking out of the stoic detachment she's been portraying the last however long it's been. It's confusion. But it's also like she wants to say something, but with her mouth open.
Jenna?
She seems to be frozen like that for a moment before she seems to finally give up, shaking her head.
I don't know.
She glares at Carl. He blanches defensively.
What? You keep acting like this is my fault. Maybe it is.
This time Raven cuts in before Carl can say anything. Is James stopping John from saying anything? I watch Jenna closely, and that's when she finally looks away.
I don't know. Jenna, are John and James upset with one another?
Jenna shrugs, not looking at me. Carl lets out a sigh of frustration.
Jenna, we need to figure this out.
Listen, I don't know much about these guys, but it sounds like James and John are trying to tell us something. Raven looks back and forth between Carl and Jenna, and trying to stop the other one from telling us something. I rub my face with my hands, feeling frustrated, just wishing these two assholes could tell us what it is they want to say! Fucking ghost divorce proceedings! This fucking sucks!
Like imagining dealing with couple troubles when alive, now dealing with couples when they're dead.
Right?
Like, oh my god, you guys just gotta talk, please. No, I'm possessing this body. Woo!
James, how do you feel now that I'm a girl?
Maybe now you can let more emotions out you now, John. I'm like, oh my god. So, they're trying to tell us something about the past and they both don't want us to know what the other knows?
Maybe that's what we're supposed to figure out? So it's not as simple as just clearing James's name. John has something to say too, and he sure as hell wants us to hear it. I close my eyes.
We're stuck in the middle of a possessed ghost fight with each of them trying to tell us their version of a story?
The whole thing seems ridiculously insane, but I really don't have anything else to go off of.
Did you find anything about them in the crawl space?
I try to think back.
Like I said, they both got convicted of sodomy. John was hanged and James left to start his ice cream business.
So, why wasn't James hanged too?
His influence in town, probably.
Well, I can see how that might cause problems between the two of them.
Just seeing like John just look at James and be like, yeah, but you weren't hanged, okay?
I look over at
bitch.
Carl, who's looking at Jenna. Jenna picking at the rope in her lap.
Hey, did James tell you anything while you were under his influence? Like, he say anything?
Carl rubs his chin.
Not really. It's weird. I just sort of felt different. I said things I wouldn't normally say, but I guess I never heard any voices.
There isn't much to talk about. There isn't much more talk. There isn't much more to talk about at this point. Whoa, yeah. Unless one of the spirits decides to do something else that can help us along somehow.
So, what are we supposed to do next exactly?
Raven points at the back of the room. Well, there's a door there. My God, Raven. They all look at the direction.
Been here this whole time.
Raven,
like,
you didn't tell us sooner. Well, we were talking about ghost stuff. Come on, I was invested, dude.
Oh my God, Raven! Fucking idiot.
We all look at the direction he's pointing. Sure enough, there's a door there. It's a concrete door, practically cut out of the wall. It's featureless aside from a rusty metal handle.
What? Was that there before? Think I would have seen it the first time I looked in.
Jenna stands up, taking a few steps towards the door.
What? So we're just gonna go through another door.
Carl's laying back down on the floor on his back, staring up at the ceiling again. I can understand where he's coming from. Another door to possibly another nightmare? But his sudden reluctance is making it easier for me to find strength to keep going. I reach out, resting a hand on his.
Carl, this might be the last one. Might be the way out.
Carl snorts.
Seriously, dude. Think they're just gonna let us go? We've accomplished nothing. We can leave you here if you prefer.
Cider? Hello. How's it going, Cider? Cider, we're also reading spooky stories right now.
We're reading Ghost Fight!
There's a ghost divorce proceeding right now. God, and we're stuck in the middle like a bunch of children. Oh my god, Halloween cookies sound so fucking good. I might go get some Halloween cookies tomorrow. That sounds really good. I kind of want some. Oh my god.
Ooh.
The sugar cookies? Oh.
Ooh.
I glare at Jenna, but she's not even looking at me, instead staring at the concrete door.
Carl, we have to keep moving. If we go through another door, at least we're going somewhere.
By the way, Ben, I haven't asked this. What is it like to voice almost everyone in this fucking route?
I'm having troubles with Jenna. I'm sorry.
It's fine. She's possessed right now. That's not really Jenna. That's a John in a Jenna suit.
It was like I kind of gave her like this blonde girl bitchy voice, but like she's one of the. I feel like she's one of the main characters with one of the most reasonings and stuff. And I'm like, uh-oh.
And meanwhile, I'm stuck with Raven! This
but,
idiot.
Know, it's bound to happen at some point that I take a lot, you take a lot.
Oh yeah, no. When we diced out the characters, I was like, uh-oh. Carl's route's gonna be interesting. That's why I took Raven. That's why I was like, okay, I'll take Raven. Carl's route's gonna be interesting. Man, can't wait to get
me and me and me.
Can't wait to get to Jenna's route.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and besides, the bad stuff has only happened to me and Jenna, so you guys are probably have nothing to worry about. Why do the ghosts hate me? I'm nothing but happiness and sunshine. James and John are like, who the fuck is this bitch? Get him out of here.
James and John looking at each other and be like, we're not gonna take the boy, you take him.
Like, we're already stuck with the otter. We don't even want this dog here.
We can't stay here forever.
I gently stroke the back of Carl's furry hand. He laughs again.
Maybe we could just keep pulling grilled cheese sandwiches out of the cupboard.
Carl props himself up on his elbows.
Who knows? Maybe we can get some wheat out of there.
Carl looks back into the hallway, apparently seriously considering that.
Come on, man. We're all going in together.
I reach out both my hands to him expectantly, as I can't get up on my own. Carl stares at them contemplatively. Yeah, contemplatively for a moment, then finally gets to his feet while pulling me up onto his back with a loud grunt.
Alright, man. But if this freaky, spooky ghost dimension goes on another fucking door, I'm gonna pull a joint from this magic cupboard. Can you take a screenshot of that? I fucking love that.
Ah, what the fuck?
Whoa! Whoa! Oh! Whoa! 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 Whoa!
What the fuck?
This line is like exactly like TVs in the 90s or some shit.
That was crazy. I tried to take a screenshot and the game freaked out.
And post this and be like, what happens during Halloween?
Oh my god, here you go, fun.
Thank you. The captions be like, how do I feel about Carl's route so far? Of course.
Jenna's already standing in front of the door.
Man, I don't want to pass stuff again. Just did that.
I look back towards the hallway.
You know, maybe we should check the rest.
Jenna reaches forward to grab up the metal handle, and before any of us can say anything more, she yanks it open. A trail leads through the desert landscape, and cacti and boulders obscure my view of either side. The ground is rocky, and dust kicks up with each step I take. As I continue up the path, I can see the 3 peaks of the Case of Dominio Mountains in front of me. I'm heading towards the town of Echo, just over those mountains. As I get closer, I notice that the trail branches off toward the side of the mountain. I follow the trail with my eyes in the hazy distance, almost disappearing into the heat waves. Still, I can make out a small black hole. The mine. Something should just be left alone. Dust swirls silently at the mouth of the mine, almost sparkling in the bright neon light. Person here. Something seems to pulse out of the entrance. Something almost visible waves through the air. You will never escape. You will always come back. Red seeps from the hole, running up the side of the mountain in a wave, turning rock and dust the color of blood. Always running in circles. I start jogging up the trail, panting in the desert heat, not sure of what I'm doing. The sky in front of me lights up the same ominous red color in the direction of Echo. Somehow, I'm able to scale the side of the mountain in just seconds. I get to the peak and look over the edge. I see the town, but it's not the town I remember, at least not all of it. Lake Emma is in the distance to the left. The motel and the supermarket are to the right. But the ruins by the lake aren't just old foundation remnants anymore. They're fully standing now, with their log walls and roofs. Several dozen more houses run up the side of the lake, standing in stark contrast to the more modern buildings farther away, towards Main Street. There are even a few buildings that I don't recognize. And there, just below me, Carl's house. But it's different. The mansion is bigger. The walls are a lighter color. Looks older. Somehow, I'm already there. Like I just teleported straight down to standing on the road in front of Carl's house. I stare down the slope towards the town, and there, next to the road, is a wooden platform built out under a tree. There's a rope hanging from the tree, a noose. I look back down at the town, at all of the different buildings. But no matter which structure I'm looking at, one thing is the same. They're all lit up, blood red. I watch as what looks like a splitting blade comes down slowly into focus above me. I tense up, but only for a moment, as I realize what it is. A ceiling fan. Wait. Ceiling fan? Isn't that... I stood up quickly, only to immediately swoon as the room starts to spin around me. I grip onto whatever I'm sitting on, and it happens to be soft and smooth. Look down to see that I'm on top of a blue comforter. My left, Jenna, Raven, and Carl are stretched out next to me on a king-sized bed. My right, sunshine streams in from sliding glass doors outside of which is a massive deck. Past that porch are the mountains and deserts of Echo. We're back!
Yeah!
Oh my god, we're back!
Yeah! Oh, guys!
It's Christmas!
Woo!
I shake Carl next to me. He immediately swings a hand to slap at me, but I persist until he's forced to sit up, rubbing the sleep from his eyes. Raven and Jenna stir next to him.
What is it? What happened? Guys, we're back! We're in your house, Carl!
Carl finally snaps his eyes open at that. Raven sits up next to Carl, and I see him sway the same dizziness that I had earlier. Ah! Where are we?
My parents' room?
Carl's voice is hushed, quiet, as if afraid if he speaks too loudly, this will all disappear. Relief, like I've never known, flows through my body. Whether or not it was a dream or hallucination or we were drugged somehow doesn't matter. What matters now is that we're home. Well, in Echo at least. I look over at Jenna, hoping to see her back to her old familiar self. But I find her staring around suspiciously, that dark look still in her eyes.
Oh no.
Maybe that would take a longer while to wear off? I slowly push myself off the bed, the height of it making it more difficult for my feet to reach the ground. I touch down with my good foot, and I'm a bit surprised when my toes come in contact with a cold hardwood floor. I thought this room had carpet the last time I was in here. I look back at Carl to see a confused look on his face, the fur on his brow crinkling up in the bright sunshine.
Oh no, are they actually not back? Oh no. Something's a little off, man. What? Something's wrong.
I feel the beginnings of that sinking sensation in my chest again.
Why? My parents' room isn't this big.
I look around. Guess it looks a little bit bigger than usual. The balcony seems to be the right size, though.
And the floor.
Points at my feet.
Where's the carpet?
Carl confirms my suspicions. The dread continues to grow in my stomach. Maybe they took the carpet out while we were gone?
Oh my god, Raven.
No one responds to that ridiculous idea. I feel like Raven's getting stupider as this goes on.
Yeah. It's like each door it takes out one brain cell.
Oh my gosh. Jenna looks at the wall behind the bed and reaches out a hand to touch it tentatively. Carl lets out a loud, almost maniacal laugh.
It's like I'm in a weird dream of my house or something.
Carl pushes himself off the bed, his hoofs clopping loudly, unnervingly against the hardwood floor that shouldn't exist.
Fuck. Yeah. Fuck.
I could see some emotions I feel in my chest play out in Carl's eyes right now. He reaches out to give me some support. Well, maybe there are other people here? Even Raven's cheerful tone is forced and strained. I guess I was expecting that we'd end up in another dream world or whatever. But the fact that I thought for just a moment that we were back in the real world made all of this more soul-crushing. It feels like those fucking ghosts are toying with us at this point. I take a deep breath, willing myself not to lose it. Not yet, at least.
Chase, I'm gonna move to the deck.
I get better grip onto Carl's side as he starts to move towards the glass door, his hoofs clopping while I hop along. He stares out, slowly reaching with a hand to tug at the handle. My surprise, it opens. Guess I thought that it would be the same as the last place we were in, that we'd be locked in or something. I follow Carl as he steps out onto the balcony, taking slow, careful steps as if afraid that the deck may give out. The air is hot and heavy, almost humid. That isn't normal at all in Echo. Sure, it would get really hot, but it's a desert. Humidity is near non-existent. We reach the railing and stare out into the town through below the foothills that Carl's mansion sits on. I take in a soft breath. Like in the dream I had, ruins of Echo aren't ruins anymore. Dozens of old-fashioned wooden buildings dot the edge of the lake. Little ways away, I see the familiar buildings of the motel and supermarket, along with the small neighborhood of my childhood. And along Main Street, I see a few buildings that I don't recognize. Not quite as old-fashioned as the buildings along the lake, but still pretty old-fashioned.
What the hell?
Carl almost whines out the words as I see him grip tightly into the railing. I move closer to his side, pulling an arm around his shoulders.
Come on, man. We gotta figure this out. This is just...
I struggle to figure out what this just is, but I come up short.
Listen, I saw this in a dream, and I think that they were trying to tell me something. What dream? A dream I had before I woke up. Have them almost every time we pass out. Why are you the only one having these dreams?
Oh, fuck off, John. I jump as Gianna speaks up behind me. I turn around, finding her eyeing me suspiciously.
I don't know. None of you had dreams?
I did!
Oh my
Raven
god.
pops his head around from the glass door, still with that bizarrely resilient grin on his face. But it was about that black shadow creature thing chasing me through the kitchen, so I guess it's not really useful.
Oh my god, Raven. What did you see in your dream, Jace? Well, this.
I wave my hand out at the alternate reality town.
But then the mine too. Like, red stuff spread out of it, over the town. I saw news.
I instinctively look over the edge of the balcony, down towards where I remember seeing the tree. Carl looks too.
What is it? Well, I saw a tree with news on it.
Oh, the old hanging tree! Yeah, we used to have those all the time. We used to throw parties there all the time.
Oh my god,
Open
Raven.
a couple brewskis with the bros, hang each other. It's a great time. You should try it.
Hanging both beer and the bros on the news.
Well, haven't you heard of... Okay. I'm about to say something that sounds crazy, but it's an Australian thing, and Raven's Australian, apparently. Haven't you ever heard of the Goon, what is it, the Goon of Fortune or something?
Oh! Yeah. I fucking hate it. I just saw that TikTok yesterday too. Oh my god, is it Thor? Is it Thor?
Oh my god, yeah!
Yeah! Oh my god, we watched the same TikTok.
Oh my gosh. Thank God, Fen understands. Now I don't have to elaborate for the class. Moving on.
The class be like, wait, what? Hold on. Who's Thor? What are we talking about?
Carl looks slowly back up at me.
There? I think so?
A look of utter defeat, in Carl's face has me hesitating to confirm it.
What the fuck?
I take a deep breath, trying to put what I feel into words. The dream, the way it zeroed in on the tree. It felt meaningful.
I think we need to get to it. Jesus, why?
Carl buries his face in his hands as he leans against the railing, shaking his head slowly from side to side.
Don't know. But I don't know where else to start. This place is massive. So what? They put another letter there for us to find for some reason. Maybe.
Guys! Carl keeps his head in his hands as I turn around. Raven is still standing by the glass door, but he's looking back into the room. Jenna left.
What?
Sure enough, Jenna's nowhere to be seen. God, my redneck's coming out a little bit.
Where did she go?
Raven shrugs. Downstairs, I guess. Going to the tree? I start to move back into the house and remember my destroyed ankle. I look back down to see that Carl's still slumped over the railing.
Carl?
He doesn't look up.
Carl, we need to keep moving.
Finally, the ram pulls his head out of his arms and turns to help me. He gets me into our familiar position with me, and with me clinging to his neck while I hop along. I'm relieved he's actually moving, but I don't like the dull look in his eyes one bit.
Uh-oh. Oh, whoa! What the fuck? What was that?
But
I saw like... Oh! The Fade to Black was super speed for 1 second. I thought I saw like a hidden picture or something.
oh my god, not the Echo creepypasta. Okay. This is
I was gonna ask if should we pause it for today at this place?
I was gonna say this is a great place to stop.
The tree.
Okay. So spooky ghost adventures, Fen.
I can't believe we're caught between spooky ghosts fighting gay couple possession.
At least it's not just one. It's not just one ghost, so it's a little bit more creative. It's two ghosts that are married, that are having a divorce.
Oh my god.
What are you thinking of Carl's route so far?
I don't know. It is definitely backstory-ish.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure. But like, I don't know, I enjoy it.
It's not bad. It's definitely not bad.
I can see why it's kind of off-putting for some people, because like for TJ it focuses on like learning about TJ, and for Carl it's more like learning about the ancestors of Carl's and spooky dimension mystery solving rather than Carl himself.
Yeah,
But
it
like,
just kind of sidelines Carl a little bit, and it's like, okay, well,
we do get a decent amount of Carl and Chase developing relationship and stuff.
mm-hmm.
But I can see, I honestly don't have a lot of comparison points to other routes yet, so maybe I'll feel more invested when it comes to like Flynn or Leo when it happens, and then I'll be like, man, I wish Carl has the same amount of energy, I guess. I don't know. So far, I do like the bits that they give for Carl being cutely horny, I guess.
Okay. Let's see. Let's send y'all off to Bear Debonair is playing Silent Hill 2.
Yeah. Did you know that Silent Hill 2 is coming out in 2 days?
Remake?
Yeah.
I thought I thought that was just Silent Hill 1. Is it Silent Hill 2?
No, it's Silent Hill 2.
Ah, they skipped 1 for a
Cause
remake.
yeah, usually people consider Silent Hill 2 to be the best of the best on Silent Hill series, not the first one.
Okay.
So they were like, if we're gonna remake anything, let's remake the second game. I was like, I don't blame you for that.
So we just came from furry Silent Hill, and we're sending you off to normal Silent Hill. Let's go!
Yay!
Let's give Bear all our love and support, and I will see you all next time. Have an amazing night, everyone. I will see you all tomorrow with Tales of the Abyss with Robin. That'll be at our normal time at 6, and I'll see you there. Where can we see you, Fen?
I'll be on Sunday. Late night. We're gonna be playing Clock Tower 3. That game's fucking spooky as shit. I am excited to return to it.
Clock Tower, is it? Clock Tower is like a classic adventure game.
It's a point and click adventure game on the
Mhm.
first and second game, but on the third game, Capcom took the license and they were like, let's make it the fucking action game.
Oh my god.
Which is still scary, but it's definitely not point and click.
Okay. I will see you all later. Have a great night, everyone. Bye-bye.